My name's Howard Waghorn. I'm director here in Manchester, UK, and I'm president of the Canadian business also.
I'm John Morehouse. I'm the sales manager, Manchester, UK.
My name is Jeff Wand. I'm part of the business development team at Hahn Plastics North America.
I'm Sharon Haslam. I'm the office manager of Hahn Plastics.
I'm Anthony Taylor and I'm part of the sales team at Hahn Plastics.
Yeah, my name is Mazhar Butt and I've been working in the marketing department.
My name is Corinna Jeckenhofer and I'm from a village near Munich in Germany, and I'm working for Hahn Group.
Thanks. The first impression is how strong and meaty it is.
Definitely a substantial material.
Yeah. It's heavy, isn't it?
Just from feeling it, you can sense the durability.
Heavy, robust.
100% recycled.
Yeah, definitely is solid. It's like
Timber.
It's like timber, but
Tough, robust.
a lot more solid.
the surface finishing, which is kind of the wood optic. I think it looks really good.
It's an attractive product, and then it's extremely durable.
So yeah, nice and meaty. I think we do a very good job of that.
Yeah, I don't know what else there.
Do you want me to put this down? Or?
So Hahn started in Germany in 1993 making agricultural fence posts. The posts were readily accepted over the timber equivalent and the business grew very fast. In 2012 it established a business in the UK. In 2014 it set up Hahn France. 2016 it set up Hahn Plastics North America in Canada. And we make furniture, we make industrial products, we make decking and boardwalks, landscaping products. Today Hahn has over 2,000 different products made from recycled plastics, and it continues to grow.
There has to be a greater effort to turn waste plastics into something new. We certainly have to reduce the amount of plastics that are going into landfill into the oceans, and what better way of reducing that than to make it into something new. I've been to see installation of fishing pegs, for example, where they've not been able to use timber, one because it rots, and two because it's difficult to treat the products, because that could then leach into the ponds and pools. So recycled plastic's perfect for any application around water, because there's no chemicals whatsoever. You won't get anything coming out of the product. So one specific project that springs to mind is us working with the Environment Agency, a fish ladder product, or a fish baffle as we call it, to help fish migrate upstream. They required a certain size product to fit a certain stream or a certain way, and that's what we delivered. We provide a different solution to a long-standing problem that you have with timber or concrete alternative. When it comes to comparing the costs, so against timber, it's roughly 2 times the price, but obviously it's lasting up to 10 times as long as a timber system. When it comes to concrete, it's around 1.5 times the price of concrete for something like a concrete post. But yeah, again, against concrete, it's going to last a lot longer, and you're not going to have half the trouble in installing it either. When it comes to working with the materials, or treating the materials, or assembling the materials, it's very similar to timber. You can cut it with the same tools, you can drill it, you can achieve all the same things that you would with a timber profile. Probably one of the things that you have to bear in mind is spanning the product, also the weight of the product and how it can react to extremes of temperatures. And it's just that little bit of learning experience of using a new product. We all probably go to the point of forcing it on people just because we want them to have the best possible product and the best possible systems that you can achieve with plastic. I've had contractors call with a question, call back in an hour, and they were rocking and rolling. You know, like they realise just how easy it is. We've got so much information available online as to how to install the product, to treat the product and work with the product. We have lots of case studies available for projects that we've been involved in and that have been completed. We've been making recycled plastic since 1993, so a hell of a long time, and we've not even scratched the surface of the projects that they could be used in.
So somebody throws a bottle and bottle top into their green bin. It's then taken to a MRF, material recycling facility, and the different polymers are then separated. So one of the key waste streams to us is bottle tops. So that will go from the MRF directly to Hahn, where we'll process it into a new product. Yeah, in 2017 we processed 54,000 metric tons of plastic. But if you took a typical park bench, it would be made from approximately 22,000 plastic cups. The plastic comes from a mix of domestic and commercial sources. We do have to be selective, but in terms of the average household plastic waste collection, the majority of materials in there can be used in the Hahn formulations.
In terms of industrial products, Hahn manufactures service ducts, biofilter floors, transit separation blocks, cable covering systems, ventilation channels, and specialty and purpose-made packaging. Recycled plastic is being used in heavy-duty applications. Now, and of course, it's different than concrete or steel, but for the right application, it could be the perfect solution for heavy industry. Wood can rot, steel can rust, concrete subject to cold crack. Recycled plastics can outperform all those materials. It's incredibly strong under compression. It's capable of taking high loads, such as vehicle loads, and when fully supported, can replace an equivalent concrete product. With timber, you have various spectrums of timber. You have lighter timber and heavier timber, and recycled plastics would fall in closer to the heavier timber. Relative to concrete, recycled plastic is significantly lighter, up to a third of the weight, and much easier to work with. Cable ducts is one industrial application. The benefit of using recycled plastics is the ease of use, the simplicity of installation. Whether it's protecting above ground or in-ground cables, the material is durable, it's non-conductive, and they're a lightweight product. Because recycled plastic is non-absorbent, it's perfect for high alkaline or highly acidic environments. A perfect example of this is Hahn has developed a biofilter flooring system, which is generally used in wastewater treatment plants. And because it's a very low pH, it's a perfect environment for this product application. Plastic is very similar to wood in the sense that if you drop a match on it, it's not going to ignite, but an act of deliberate arson would cause damage to the product. Like all materials, recycled plastic will be subject to expansion or contraction under extreme weather conditions, but as long as that's factored into the design process, then there won't be a problem.
The two principal manufacturing plants are Hahn Kunststoffe in Frankfurt, Germany, and the plant here in Manchester. Total manufacturing space is over 200,000 square meters. In Canada, we are manufacturing at a very small level, but we plan to grow that manufacturing over the next couple of years. The French company is a warehouse and sales office, and then throughout Germany they have other sales offices. We ship to over 50 different countries in the world, as far afield as Australia, but commonly the product is sold across all the countries of Europe and increasingly so in North America now.
We have a wide variety of fencing products, from agricultural posts, fences and fence posts, railing systems, pasture fences, barriers, cross posts, bollards, domestic fencing, screen and privacy fencing. No, it's maintenance free. The only thing you might need to do is if the weather's got to it a little bit and it's got a bit of green, you just get a bucket of soap and water and give it a good wash, and then it's back to looking brand spanking new. Colours available, depends on what product it is. The cross posts are mainly in grey, fencing posts in black and brown. For the picket fencing could be green, grey and brown. Colour fade on the black and the grey you probably would never notice. On brown maybe it starts at a dark brown and will fade slightly over time, but it would only be noticeable if you put a new product against the side of it. That's about all you get. You can paint them, but you would need a special paint. But I can't see any benefit of painting them. The only time you'd paint anything in wood is to use it as a preservative, and the product doesn't need to be preserved. All the sizes are listed on the website. We have many different sizes available. If customers have problems, they just need to give the sales team or the customer service team a ring and we'll sort them out, no problem. Yeah, as we manufacture here on site, if a customer comes with a bespoke item, yes, we can look at it, but it all depends on the quantity. Yeah, all the sales team have training. We get inquiries all the time to do with fencing. When they're given the sizes, the sales team will put a quote together, no problem. We do many different types of rail and pasture fencing, from the low-level knee rail fencing to the pasture fencing that contains animals. It's a non-toxic product, so it won't be harmful. It can be used for stables because it doesn't absorb moisture and any natural waste from the animals. And I believe that horses love to chew wood, but they do not like to chew our plastic.
The quality is absolutely critical. The difference with our material is that we understand the formulation of the polymers that's required to get a predictable end result. And we offer a 20-year guarantee on almost all of the products that leave our factories. But the expected life is much longer than that. So we have one particular application which is a crib wall which is used for earth retention, and we have British Board of Agreement approval for that and a design service life of 120 years. That's the big difference with Hahn.
So there are over 2,000 products available at Hahn, but in particular for furniture there are picnic tables available, seats and benches in sets as well as individually, planters and raised beds, sandboxes, play tables, playground equipment, bins, as well as composters. So in general for recycled plastics the range available is black, brown and grey, but there are some products available in also green, red and blue, but bright colors such as yellow or white, which is as of now not possible with recycled products. So if you buy any furniture from Hahn, everything you need to assemble this furniture will be delivered, so you will get the screws, you will also get the screwdriver bits. The only thing you need yourself would be a screwdriver to then assemble the product. I assembled one myself just yesterday and it's a very straightforward process. You have instructions available, and whenever there are questions also the customer service is available to call. So if you order a product from Hahn, it will be delivered on a standard pallet. If the sizes vary and you for example have a longer product, that will then be delivered on a longer pallet, but normally it will always be delivered on a standard pallet. So when you produce plastic in general, it does during the production, it will emit some smells, but that will fade and eventually go away unless you work it at home with some sort of hotter tool that for example, makes the plastic melt. Then it will emit smells, but otherwise it will not emit any smells. The furniture can definitely be used indoors as well. You can use it for any application really. Also if you use it for example indoors for a big concert venue, let's say, you still have none of the disadvantages you would have as if you would use a timber product. If you use a plastic product from Hahn for your playground, it is perfectly safe for kids, it is non-toxic, but also it is splinter-free, it is rot-free, it is as safe as it could be. For the playground, for kids, it is the perfect material.
We do a lot of testing of raw materials and finished products, so we can reinforce products with steel or fiberglass, but most applications we can achieve that by formulating the material from the recycled polymers that we have at hand. We always design in a large factor of safety because the material will vary slightly being recycled material, so that factor of safety then just gives us comfort that it will always perform to the level that we guarantee it to. I mean, like every product, it does have some limitations. Concrete breaks down in the winter, steel rusts, timber rots, plastic doesn't span as far as timber or steel, but the only issues are when people use it in applications that it's not designed for, so we work very hard to try and make sure that people don't do that.
Ground reinforcement products, we've got various products that come under this category. We do things like car parking, truck parking, pedestrian access, earth retention, and anti-erosion. Plastic can take enormous weight. Properly designed, a recycled plastic product can take the same load as a comparable concrete product. Yeah, you can reinforce recycled plastic. Recycled products are robust even without the reinforcement element, but if there is need, then yes, the reinforcement is molded into the product, so we do steel reinforcement in this manner. A good example would be something like footpath planks, and a footpath plank with steel reinforcement would be able to span further than the one without reinforcement. If you are going to drive a vehicle over a boardwalk, then we can reinforce recycled plastic to take even the heaviest road-going vehicles. It could be cars or trucks, our recycled plastic products will bear the load of it. You can order one profile or you can order a lorry load. We are ready equipped to provide any quantity that is required. And even if they bought one plank from us, we will be here to support and advise. Hahn is involved in so many different products and so many different industries that we can't be specialists in all of them. So we have to partner with specialists in each individual market. So in most cases, we will be able to recommend a specialist who will be able to complete the project. But we issue detailed instructions for anybody working on a significant project.
I think it's really important that we innovate. The two biggest selling products this year are new products to this year. 25% of the products we produce are not in the catalogue because we make those specifically for customers. So if a customer has an idea of a new product, we have a team who will develop that idea, ensure that it can be made out of recycled plastic, and if it can, we go ahead with the tooling and start to manufacture the product. Typically we can supply products to customers within a couple of weeks. Larger batches sometimes have slightly longer lead times. One of the benefits is that we can make large stocks of the material and store it because the life expectancy of the product is so long. So if it sits outside in stock for months or even years, the product is still good for sale at the end of that period because it doesn't deteriorate.
Our material can make the entire construction in a boardwalk, right down from the piles to your joists, stringers, footpath planks, handrails. The entire construction can be done. Generally the look we go for is a natural look, so it's going in nature reserves, remote areas. I think people would be 100% surprised by how it looks. I would say it looks like timber, and lots of people would love to go for timber if it did have the longevity and the properties of our material. I mean, besides the environmental benefits that we're diverting plastic waste going towards the landfill, we offer a 20-year guarantee. The fact that it will last longer than timber, it won't rot, no maintenance, it's the perfect material. No, you wouldn't get the same problem with our plastic decking. With it being plastic, it doesn't support organic life. So as long as it's maintained and kept clean, you won't get any growth. So it's exactly the same slip resistance, wet or dry, which you won't get with timber. Our material is perfect for wet conditions because our material is non-permeable, so water, moisture doesn't affect it in any way. So even though we offer a 20-year guarantee, we do expect it to last much longer than that. We can certainly aid in the construction. We can offer drawings, designs, advice, various things to help our customers. The first thing involved with the Boardwalk would be piles. So we produce square posts up to about 6 inch. We produce piles up to about 8 inch diameter, up to about 6 meters long. So we can make very substantial boardwalks. And then we'd go up to the joist, cross beams, stringers. We make very substantial sleepers, again up to 6 meters long, so you can do very big projects with it. But we do offer a cutting service, so we can give a bespoke service as well.
When people have it in the mind for using recycled plastic products for landscaping, whether that be in a park or on a street or in somebody's garden, a lot of people hear the word recycled plastics and they're not sure whether it fits into a certain project. But yeah, with a little bit of open-mindedness, there is so many different areas where plastics will fit in. We have decking, we do subframe for decking, palisades for edging and retaining walls. We have fencing systems, all sorts of fencing systems. We do edging, sleepers, and we do furniture items, we do bollards for cityscapes, planters for cityscapes, and also domestic applications. It's understanding where plastics can help. We get all sorts of inquiries. It obviously does depend on the look that the client is after, but decking, for example, if timber decking is the only thing that you can put down in there, I mean, plastic subframe is perfect for that. Once the timber decking has reached the end of its life, you can take the timber decking back up, but you don't have to replace the plastic subframe. In terms of maintenance, the product's weatherproof, so you won't have any problems with the foulest of wet days or the hottest of sunny days. So if you take a fencing system, for example, we expect a timber fence to be looking a bit aged after a 5-year period, and it's going to have to be maintained every year, every other year. Concrete, again, will corrode over time. It's a really heavy material as well, so installing it's a lot more difficult than plastic. I mean, you can use all the traditional tools that you would on timber for treating plastics. It's a superior product in a lot of respects to both timber and concrete. Our core colours are brown or black. The brown and the black have a really attractive grain timber finish. I mean, it's almost like it's painted timber. And then we do other grades of material for other applications, generally down the brown and grey route, a few black options in there, and then for furniture profiles and fencing systems we do offer green, red, blue. Variation is noticeable, but it's apparent in timber, it's less apparent in plastic. On the black is very consistent. You very rarely see any difference in the shades of black. It's so slight on the brown. It isn't a negative. The appearance of the material is so strong, it looks as good as painted timber, and on the whole it's a consistent shading.
The problem with plastics in the ocean is that the plastic is in the wrong place, and it's man that put it in the wrong place. But what we need to remember is that plastic is a really versatile raw material. If we can control that plastic and continue to recycle it and make it into a new product, it has almost an infinite life. I don't remember a time when we haven't been busy. Life at Hahn is is never dull, because we're always, you know, talking to new customers about new products, new concepts all the time. So I think you'd struggle to find a Hahn employee who's bored.
Okay, sure. Sorry, the question again is?
We find
Hand pave is perfect for parking cars. What are you doing?
Hold on a minute, let me have
I'm not very good at clapping.
and I've got a fly flying around my face.
Sorry, I'll start again.
This is exactly, we both I am very conscious.
It's funny, I know the answer to this question.
I think they carry this.
I was thinking I've done it ages.
Cable
What would you call swath?
the use of cable.
Properly designed recycled products.
Somebody going by with a trolley.
Gone out my head again.
It's funny when you put a camera on someone.
Did I have a 3?
I feel like I've got dementia.
Okay, sorry, let me do this one more time. Take 25. Like all. Sorry, let me do that again.